How we doing, guys? Myself, Preddie, OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Real talk, truth seasons. Don't worry, I'll wait. And this is a real life scenario to every single parent and also every single young person. And maybe this is what we've been calling for. These boys have got 37 years sentence in prison. Did you hear what I said, young people? That's 4 decades nearly that they're going to be sitting down in prison. And guess what? They wasn't even the ones that done it. So let's break down the scenario. Drill rapper sentenced to 30 years in prison. They went out on the run around. Once again, man call you up. So let's play down the scenario right now. Your friend calls you up. You got beef with another gang, beef with another crew. You know one's there. Man say, man got the drop on my man. Don't lie, yeah. You're sitting there thinking to yourself, A, should I say, man them loud. B, do you decide to go? So you jump in the car, you decide to go. There's one rap in the car, yeah? One whap, yeah? So every man's ready to go. You get to the party now, and there's a party going on. This 37-year-old man that was actually shot was actually a father. His child's first day party. Man was just celebrating life. Let's just break down the facts and the reality of certain things. These guys probably had kids of their own. And the worst thing about it, the guy that actually passed away, he wasn't even an intended target. So once again, this also plays a part to young people. Once again, your friends can be running around, gang, trapping, banging, and you're just with your friend, you just might be walking on the street, going to the shop. Once again, you're at a party, and now you're being shot due to mistaken identity, or if not due to the affiliation that you have. So now they've run up on the party. They've tried to shoot my man wasn't there, so they shot the brethren. Then they decided to go and brag and boast about it online, on social media, in these drill songs. Once again, the reports are saying that the music didn't play a big part, but of course the music plays a big part. If you're sitting there talking about man's got the 6, man's got the 9, and man's blowing that man's head, and you're saying what you done and actually at the party. This is where I'm sitting there saying to myself, does drill music play a part? And once again, young people, no matter how much likes, views, content, no matter how much people's patting you on the back, you got to remember, when you're sitting down in prison, who's patting you on the back then? Who's thinking about your mental health then? Who's thinking about your life then? Who's thinking about your kids then? Who's thinking about your mum then? Who's thinking about all these kind of things which you have to go through alone? So let's continue the scenario. So now all of a sudden, the person that's actually committed the crime, he's kicked out. He's gone, he's got away. But once again, because of the block, man's not snitching. So none of these 4 men snitched, and each and every single one of them, 35 years, 36 years, 37 years, and another one got 25 years to life in prison for something that you didn't do. Now you can all sit there and be like, man's not a snitch, man's not a snitch. Cool, but you're gonna sit down for 40 years. What about your friend that's now walking around happy-go-lucky, talking about, yeah, man's got a body, and at the same time, he ain't gonna be caring about you in 40 years' time. He's probably gonna slow down, if not gonna go back to prison. He might even be shot himself, or he might leave the country and start a new life. So you're now sitting in prison, and once again, where's the loyalty? You done your loyalty business in the sense of not snitching, but where's the loyalty of your friend? So you're sitting in there for something that you did not do. Which most case scenario, young people, this is what you're gonna end up going through. You're going on a ride out, you're drilling out with your friends, you're thinking it's the right thing to do. Your friend pokes, man, your friend stabs someone. You wasn't even in thinking, that's not you, but your friend's done it. And this is what we keep talking about, joint enterprise. And maybe this will be a little bit of a harsh reality to some of you young people when you're running around on the streets with these big boy zombies, thinking that it's all cool, like it's Call of Duty. You think you can rap about it in the rap songs, and then it gets to a stage where you stab someone, you take someone's life, and now you're spending 37 years in prison. This is a scenario that happens way too often. This is what's becoming common, and now we're going to be seeing much more sentences reflecting that. I believe that sentences should be reflecting that, so there's a part of me that's like, well, you do the crime, you do the time. There's also another part of me is, how can we rehabilitate this? How can we stop and search our kids before we leave the house? How can we stop being in denial? How can we bring back these programs? How can we get them back into work experience? How can we get back to a society where they actually appreciate us, they actually see us and say, we respect our elders? At the same time, young people, you need to sit down, break down this scenario. How much times do you think you're riding out for your friend? How much times are you in a situation where your friend says, come on, let's go and do this? You haven't got a knife, you're not involved. You want to feel loyal to your friend. You want to feel like you're not a snitch. You want to feel like you're not a pussy. You want to feel like you want to rep. But once again, you're repping a block, repping a gang that you don't even own. You're running around for something that you don't even understand what you're doing at this precise moment, to a point. Now you're going to have 37 years to think about it. Now you're going to have 37 years of not being able to go out with your friends, partying, enjoying your life. Now you're going to have 37 years of not seeing no female interaction, not seeing no life interaction like that. You're going to have 37 years not going on holiday. 37 years if you have no kids, not having any kids. 37 years if you do have kids, your kids are now adults. 37 years of missing birthdays. 37 years of people passing away, not being able to go to the funeral. 37 years of you being able to feel like I've done one thing and I feel like that wasn't just me. My life is more than that. 37 years before you're even able to come out and be able to adjust. 37 years of being institutionalized now. You're all sitting there saying, yeah man, we'll just get the pack sent in and all the rest of it. Remember, the lifestyle that you're living is pot noodles. You're cooking in a kettle. You're grinding. There's rats. There's mice. Everything running around. Cockroaches, birds flying up and down. It's cold within the winter. No one knocks on your door and says happy birthday. No one's checking in on you. No one's checking in on your mental health. That's also saying if you was repping a gang, there's many other gangs that don't like your gang. Now you're getting thrown hot water on. Now you're getting run up on. Now your soul's getting raided. Now you're being robbed. Now you're being used as a mule. Now you're getting beaten up. These are all the things just because you wanted to rep, just because you wanted that likes, just because you wanted to share, to feel a part of something. Drill rapper jailed for rival gang murder. 37 years he is now facing in prison. Once again, it's a scenario that we need to sit down and talk to our young people about. What's you guys' thoughts? Comment below.